Oh, it's recording now. Okay. Alright, so the goal today is to remove the inside feeder, add the last frame, and feed them from the top in hopes that we will be filling this box in before winter hits and we'll have everything they need. I think it's just stopped in there too tight. Okay. Oops, sorry. Come on, guys. Ah, there we go. Oops. A little rough here. Yeah, let's give them some smoke. Well, okay, looks like they're doing a good job. This is one of those empty frames we put in 2 weeks ago. So I'll go ahead and shake these guys off.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, you get it.
I get it. Don't come over here and sting me.
So,
Ah! Well, I don't want him over here stinging my gloved hands. I'm pretty sure they can sting right through this. Honey.
I thought you were going to wear regular gloves until you needed to take those off.
Well, because when I take them off, it pulls these off.
Well, let's put them on. Yeah, got some pissy ones. Okay. They got the comb built up on this side, but not on the side the feeder was on.
Okay.
Ooh, this next one is pretty full of honey. Just set that off to the side. Oh, let me see. Let's do some frame cleaning right in here. This is September 11th. It's about an 80-degree day. Okay. So, looks like we're making good headway on that frame. I tend to think we are in a nectar girth, although they seem to have had a lot of pollen available. Even their pollen resources seem to be dwindling. They're going down because they're coming in with less of it on each bee. Let's see what we got here. This one's pretty heavy. So
Ooh.
this is capped off all up here. We've got a pretty good honey store going on there.
Look at that.
Definitely putting up some honey. Their research frames are looking good. I really don't know if we need to feed from this point on, but okay. What do here? Remember to clean when I have them out. There we go. Come on. Nope. Pretty gooey stuff right now. Oops.
Oops.
So another good resource thing there. Oops. Lots of bees here. They really look good too. They got good color. Okay, so we got just some spattering of like a little bit of brood in the middle over here.
Okay.
That looks like they're putting up a lot of bee bread and honey around that brood.
Yes, they are.
Kind of looks like, see, tons of bee bread. It really looks like a good resource frame. Not really seeing anything for,
And you said there's brood on the other side?
yeah,
So that's the first one with brood. Is the third one
just a little bits of brood in here.
in? Okay.
So they're kind of filling in with honey. And not much bee bread on this side, but definitely on that side.
Okay.
There's a lot of bees in here. I think their population is definitely
It's
adequate
definitely
for this
grown.
time of year,
Yes.
for as much as they've had to do it. Now we're getting into the middle of the brood. Man, so many bees, it's hard to get my knife in there. Forgot to clean that film too. Potential seeing the queen here.
She's right here.
You see?
Yep. Right
There
there.
she is. It's a pretty big brood frame. They definitely seem to be putting up that honey, you know, around that brood, I mean, right up to it. It's hard to see what's going on in the cells as far as, but they definitely got brood there,
Yes,
bee
we do.
bread,
What's this right here? Is
lots
that
of
a
honey
bee?
on the top.
See one poking out right here?
Is that a head or butt?
See that?
Oh
What
yeah.
is that?
I can't tell if it's head or butt. I think that's a head.
I think it's a one come hatching out
Probably.
or getting ready to be capped off, I guess.
I don't really think we need to take the rest of these middle frames out. Let's just check that outside one and see what they're doing.
Well, I guess we got to know where the largest population of brood is, because that's where our
Well, we know
apivar
there's
strips.
brood there, and this is brood both sides.
Okay, so the fourth one
these,
in.
These middle 4 frames, or middle 5 frames, are where we probably need to put our strips. So, let's go ahead and open this thing up. See where we're at with this one. It's pretty empty. But definitely got some honey going. Working on wax and honey on both sides. Not much, but
Okay.
yeah, they got a lot of bees here. I think we can just put our last frame in and do the top feeder.
So can you check this one and see if there's brood on that? I see capped honey on that one, so I'm assuming there's brood down below.
What do you say? They've got the resources in place. I'm really not worried about the winter resources at this point. That's sticky. Well,
Yes. Fresh capped brood.
lots of brood.
Okay.
They're still making a lot of bees. So we know the third one in is
Okay.
brood. It's hard to see, but mostly honey, but it does turn dark, so I think there's some brood on that one.
Okay.
They're just really making bees. Saw the queen. Seen all the resources. Did a little bit of cleaning. Now we just need to give them. They have a lot of bees for what. I mean, you can tell from week to week. There's just been
There's pollen on her.
it's been a huge population growth. This is pretty awesome this time.
We just need one more frame.
Yep. The last frame. Make 10. No more inside feeding. They clearly have the numbers. Good. Even these up. They're definitely active today. They're not happy either. They're screwing with their stuff. Oh man. Let's look out for a couple.
Oh, look at that white pollen. Did you see that going in there? You might have missed it with the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Evenly spread. Along.
Oh, apple bar.
Oh. Oh. I don't know, can you keep bending it, folding it? It won't tear apart.
No. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
And then we're going to...
Okay. Well, we know our brood, we have brood from the third frame through to this frame. So I would say probably in here, probably like on this end right there. Just, go down straight. We're going in like that. Is it forcing it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well, just let it guide down.
Made me
there.
drop my toothpick.
It's right here. Come on, bees.
Where do you want the next one?
Let's go ahead and put it like right here.
Right there?
Yep. And we'll alternate them when we move them next week or 2 weeks in or whatever it is. But I don't know if they can climb on that both sides without spreading these a little bit and giving them some room.
Well, I guess you want them to brush all over it.
I know, that's why I'm thinking I want to spread these frames. Give them a little bit of extra room and hopefully they won't build funky comb in there. But you never know. So I'm just going to spread it on this side and on this one I'll spread it on this side a little bit. Just give them a little bit of extra room to crawl around on it. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Underneath.
Oh, now you're getting that stuff on the inside of your glove. That you just
Well-
touched. You just contaminated the inside of your glove. You should have taken them off, put your gloves back on. Final lid. Oops, I need to smoke it. Seem pretty active as well. Oh crap, I'm dropping them in that diatomaceous earth. Ah, let's get them away from that. Man, I don't know. It's interesting how dry this wax looks like. But this end frame looks, let's see. The numbers definitely aren't as big.
7, 8. So there is 8 frames in here.
No, we'll just get that feeder out of there first.
I'm guessing it's empty the way you're moving it.
Bee population doesn't look that big. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not really seeing a big improvement here. I was wondering if we should keep feeding internally if their bee population is not up. You know?
Well, we just gave them 1 new frame last week. And it appears as if they've done nothing on this side of it.
Yeah. We fed them once in between, so they've had a gallon. There it is. Okay. Yeah, you know, it doesn't look like that many bees in here. You know, these feeders are definitely empty on the 3rd day. Let's see what the brood looks like. Got the 3rd frame in. These 4 here should be brood. Have brood. Yeah, so we're seeing honey there. No brood. And honey and bee bread. No brood.
What's that over
That's a
there?
lot of resources, but I think they're just capping that honey. It's definitely
Yeah,
dark.
it looks like honey all over there.
Okay. That's not really a good sign. I don't know, maybe they just had that too little of a
No, there's brood.
Yeah, that whole middle's full of larvae. So they're working on it, but
And more brood.
see larvae in there? The empty ones?
I thought I did right there.
Okay, so there's a full frame, more or less. You didn't see the queen, right?
No.
No, I definitely want to see the queen.
4.
So the fourth one from the north head.
Okay.
We're not really expanding into these other frames though. To that end frame.
No, but we can make them by scooting them over. Now there's brood.
Lots of brood on this side. No queen over there.
No,
So, okay.
lots of brood.
It's basically the same on this side.
Wow. Okay.
This one's pretty light.
Well, I've got brood on this side. And it looks like a queen cell
Really?
right there.
No, we haven't seen the queen.
I do see larvae.
Oh, is this the one that had the queen cell in
Oh,
it? Is there anything in the queen cell?
I'm gonna move. I don't see anything. What's on your side?
Oh, another queen cell.
Yep, there's another one.
I don't remember that many queen cells being there.
Well,
Don't tell me we have a queen problem.
is there anything in that one?
I couldn't tell. I can't see with the screen and shade. Flashlight. There's brood and larvae everywhere. So I don't know if those are old queen cells or not. I just don't remember there being 2 queen cells on one frame.
Well, maybe we should locate her
No, yeah, we haven't seen her.
and get those off of there.
I can't imagine this time of year.
There she is. She's
Oh, yeah.
down here on the bottom corner.
Okay. This empty brood over here is full of larvae.
Okay,
So they're still doing their thing.
she's right here.
That's a lot of brood.
I'm gonna get her on camera. Just because we like to see her.
I would like to switch hands.
She's right over here on the edge. Up here. Nope, she's coming around the other way. Right here. She's gonna go on your side. Right over here.
Well, she's looking pretty good. I don't think she's super plump. She looks fine. She's active.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest getting rid of those two.
Definitely going from side to side there. Maybe some smasher between the cells.
It's a horrible plot. Don't even say that.
Let's see what we got here. This is all honey. Yeah. This is going to be a full honey frame pretty soon on that side and
Yep,
this side.
that's honey.
So I'm thinking we might as well put 2 frames in here and top feed. I don't think they're going to have a problem defending, and we don't have an ant issue as long as it stays dry and the diatomaceous earth works.
Okay, this one's honey. And we just saw her on that one.
Full honey, brood,
Okay.
brood.
Fourth one over.
I think
Brood.
that one had brood. So I think they've
So-
got 4 solid brood frames.
Okay.
Let's verify that. So if these 4 have brood, maybe, let's see, if this one doesn't, I would say 4 frames. This is solid honey.
And I see honey.
Yeah, it's a heavy frame.
Okay.
So,
You know, and you can move one of those frames to the outside if you want and get the brood in the center.
well, if these frames, so you got 4, 3 and 3. So these should probably shift. And we'll put we want 3 on both sides. So if that's the first resource, then we need 2 more there.
Yeah.
Just to even it, put them in the center. Try and get out of there. There you go. Come on, guys. Yes, your hands, please. Get out. There you go. Okay. I don't know if we should smash those screens off, but I guess maybe next time.
I think you're supposed to when you find them.
I don't think they're gonna, create queens this time of year, but and, as far as swarming goes, I think we're past all that.
Okay, ready for apple bar?
Oh yeah. There's our strips. And we have 2 new frames here. A resource frame, brood, and then lots of honey. This one has quite a bit on it, and this is a fairly empty frame we put in a week or 2 ago, I forget. But so they're filling up pretty good, but their numbers are not exploding like they are on Betty. This is Ethel. So we saw 2 queen cells we didn't crush, but the queen's in there. She looks good. There's lots of larvae been growing in the cells, and plenty of cap brood. So their numbers are still increasing, but they're nothing like Betty. She was, they're just exploding with population. But this is September 11th, so it's getting late in the year, so we're starting the mite treatment. We have not done tests, and we'll consider that after the mite treatments. If it's not too late, we may just let it go and see how they do through the winter. We're just hoping that Ethel here gets her resources put up and then has what she needs, and we're gonna get them out of the rain and wind for the winter, and hopefully they'll make it. Okay, so this is Bertha, and last week it appeared they were taking honey from the super, which they almost had full the week before, and we took out a black plastic frame that had odd comb and put in a wax frame on the down here. We decided to leave a wax frame that they built into with adjoining frames and just let them winter that way, because they had tons of honey on those frames on this side. And I don't think we did a frame by frame inspection last week, so we'll look at that. But right now our concern is getting honey off of the hive and doing our mite treatment. September 11th, and it's getting late. They are bringing in a little bit of pollen, but it seems like in all 3 hives the pollen's backing off a little bit, unless they're just not bringing it in like they were. And by that I mean the balls on their legs are way smaller. So we're going to pull this off, inspect the honey. Our intention is to pull it off. Still have a lot of bees. They are not hurting for bees. First they never have, really. So let's see what they're doing. There's definitely honey on this side. Let's see what we got going on. Now this looks kind of like wet. You know, these frames are definitely not dry. I don't know if that's indicative of anything in particular. Okay. Alright, well we have an outside frame on this side that's almost fully capped. And on that side, well, whatever we thought we lost last week, it seems to have been put back or added to, and we are not feeding this hive. We haven't been. So whatever they put up, they've certainly gathered. That's almost fully capped right there. So on this side, almost fully capped on this side of that frame, pretty full on that side.
You saw honey in there? Because I didn't see any on this side. I saw empty cells.
That side was uncapped honey. On this side is capped honey.
Okay. Looked like empty cells to me, but
no, they were full and capped.
well, it could just be my angle.
Yeah. So let's see what's going on this end. They seem to put honey up differently in this box. Like this side first. They did that in the brood box. So I don't know if it's because the sun hits that side, what the reasoning is. So this is pretty empty. Yeah, it's almost like they were just emptying this one, because that one, this frame was full. You know, I remember we were looking at it and we're just waiting for it to get capped off and finished. And this one's empty, so that's fine, but what exactly is going on? They seem to be moving the honey over here. I don't know. We can't treat for mites with this honey on there. Got a little bit of weight to it.
Yeah, there's only
Largely
a little
capped.
bit. It's only a little bit on the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, capped wise.
Yeah,
the rest
that's
of the cells
all
are like half
uncapped.
full. I think this is the one where they started putting up honey like every other frame. They'd have an empty frame and a honey frame, empty in the beginning. I don't remember if it was this one or the one we already harvested that started out that way. This looks pretty full. Like really full. Yeah, it's sticking out, but it's not that much capped. There's definitely less honey than there was at one point, but there's a lot of honey in the cells. But I don't know. I guess the question would be: is it dry enough to harvest?
Well, we would know that if we do a little test.
Because we have open cells on all three of these. This one's pretty much empty. We have honey on this one, open cells. Capped and open cell honey. You seem to still have the bee numbers. There's that many bees up here. You know, maybe they're just kind of going towards winter mode and they've just got enough bees this is where they're at. That's pretty full.
Now that's a nice full one.
Yeah, the next one's way almost completely capped. So, I'm not really sure what they're up to here. The honey looks pretty dark. You know, and there's a lot of open cells. Do we want to do a honey moisture test?
Yes, because the plan is plan is to get this off.
Okay, because
So
if the honey that's on these is dry enough, then we might as well just pull it. I mean, there's a lot of uncapped,
right.
but it looks like older honey. It's like, well, are they not capping it because they can't fill it anymore? Or are they uncapping it to move it downstairs? Should we be worried about what they have down below, or just be content with what they have down below? Reduce these numbers. Or, you know, obviously we take this off. All these bees have to go down below.
Yes.
So,
Well, do you want to take this off and inspect down below and then just test this, honey?
yeah, I suppose. Let's see if they've done anything with that empty frame we put on. Yeah, there's some weight to it. Okay. They seem pretty happy and content in that box. So let's give them a little squirt of the go out. We pull these two. Well, first of all, this outside one was added last week as an empty frame with wax foundation. So we'll see what they've done, if anything.
Wow.
So there might be a little bit of working on the wax there, but
Definitely seem interested in it.
they definitely have a little bit of raised wax over here.
Okay. Do you want the hangers?
Not doing a lot with it, but yeah, let's do the hangers.
Oh, they're...
This side goes in. Try and remember to do a little bit of cleaning. This, a lot of bees in here. Okay. Yeah, we got brood on this side. Look at that bee bread, just packed.
Wow.
We also have brood in the middle. And then honey and whatever's under all those bees. Which I don't see the queen. Kind of want to see if they have what they have in this breed. There's some brood underneath them. It's just hard to see. There's a little bit of larvae between some of the brood.
Okay.
But so we have brood starting on this side of that second frame.
Are we doing a frame by frame?
We have honey on these 3 frames. Of course, that one's kind of void. Sorry, guys. Are you stuck? There you go. Second one, then we have brood on one side. Honey and a little bit of brood on the other, I think it was. Hard to say. They don't have... A little bit of house cleaning. Yes. Try to keep this thing up.
Seems to always run out over here.
Okay.
So are we not going to do a frame by frame?
So we've had that one out. We know there's brood on it. So, alright, let's keep going and see what we find. Oh. Lots of brood. Look at that.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Both sides.
Wow, look at that brood. That is massive brood.
Very nice.
Oops, let's see. Thing's not there. I'm actually being pretty calm. Drops one. I don't remember what side was what. I think it was like that. Haven't seen Queenie yet. Oh, Queen.
Oh, you got her? Oh, here she is. Get a nice close up.
Looking good. And I believe I'm seeing larvae in the bottom of these. This looks like it was hatched and laid again. And then we got
Very nice brood.
quite a bit of capped on that side.
Okay.
So Queenie's on this side. That's a lot of brood. I mean, they've, you know, I think they're doing okay on resources and, you know, everything. So I really think it's just time to take that honey off. One thing we could do is pull this and put a honey frame in, a full one.
Yes.
Just like Rachel did, they just built brood on the bottom, but it didn't hurt the frame at all.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And then we got full frames, more or less. At least we give them that resource.
Okay. Not really seeing capped brood. I'm seeing bee bread and honey.
Let's go out and see what we got. Yeah, I'm not seeing much for larvae. There might be eggs in there. That's a lot of empty brood cells. Tons of bee bread on this side. It's a little bit odd as far as where it is.
Yeah.
The brood on that outside and then to have this frame. There might be royal jelly in the bottom of these though. I don't know. They seem pretty calm. And they look kind of dark to me. But I don't know, it almost looks like their brood is over here now. Has this kind of been lopsided since the beginning?
Well, we might want to rearrange it if we're going to put strips in.
Well,
Because we need the strips on the brood. And if we have brood here and brood there, you know, the brood should be
we'll
moved
see,
to the
because
center.
This side, this one didn't, I don't know. It was hard to tell. That one side of the frame was just
3,
empty.
4. So 4.
Well, that's fifth one.
Okay,
This
counting
one
that
out.
one.
You know, she's not laying here.
Well, I see resources.
I know, it's like you got 2 frames of brood over here and the rest is all funky.
Well, it might be time to move her into the middle.
There's a lot of empty brood. And that's the second frame that just had some resources and a lot of empty cells. got,
Well, it's possible she had some hatch out.
we got brood, 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 right? And then resources, empty cells, resources, empty cells. It's kind of weird. But if we're gonna reorganize this thing, I mean, why did they move to that side and put all the honey over here?
I don't know, because
I'm not understanding this. She seems to be doing fine. She certainly did great when she showed up. Maybe it's the placement of the hive, something. That's just a heavy, holy cow.
wow.
Massive honey. Really heavy, like double layered. That's all wet honey there.
That
we
one
have
I
our
would like to
empty-
get out.
The empty black one. Maybe we should
Yeah.
just pull that thing just out of principle, but
I
the
would
thing
like
is
to.
I can't squish this one next to it because it's built out so far. But it's a massive honey resource frame. You know what I mean? It just sucks. 'Cause it, you know, it's like you're just going to have to leave some funky space there if we take that out. You know?
True.
But then if we want to move these into the middle, what are we doing over here? Because we got to swap.
Well, I thought one of these was empty.
I mean, maybe we could see what's going on here. Yeah, funky comb. So stupid. I really don't like that frame. So
Look at the deep cells.
maybe we could just get rid of this, put this on the outside where it's facing the wall and you've got that little extra space.
Yes.
That's about the best I can figure to do. But we probably want to take these two and put them here.
So these two had brood, which seemed like there should be more.
There's only a couple frames of brood.
Yeah,
I mean, there's two empty frames with empty brood, like nothing, no brood on them.
maybe that was a recently hatched out.
No, they're just empty. They're starting to put like resources on them. But the brood that previously was being used is empty. I didn't see any eggs, no larvae. I don't know if I could see the eggs, but certainly wasn't any larvae.
Ooh, is that coming apart?
Same on that one. It's like it's stuck to something on the bottom. That one heavy frame stuck hardcore. Oh, there it goes. think that one's been propolis in place and not touched for quite a while. It is heavy. Look at that. It's always-
Awesome. Now that's what we want to see on the outside.
Let's see if we can get away with slipping
You're a
this.
little tight over here, so you're pushing bees off.
I need to move that over more. Would do well to get rid of some propolis.
I do one frame at a time.
I just want to leave the frames to clean my camera. More here.
Oh, I thought you wanted this one over here.
This is the skinny one I wanted to
Okay.
more or less skinny.
Here.
That is. Lots of room for the next one.
What's that side look like?
I don't even know if that's
Oh,
gonna
that
fit.
side looks pretty nice. There we go.
That looks better. So now we have a funky one here. So question is what do we do with this space? Is this one is the crappy one we just wanted to get rid of?
Yes.
We should have space for two, but I don't think we do. So that's the big question mark.
Yeah, because of this.
And I really don't want to put this in at all because they obviously pretty much rejected it.
Well, just stand it here.
But if we put this empty frame in on this side,
Yeah.
maybe we could.
You could spread these out just a little bit, and have her be a 9 frame for now until the numbers shrink later
I'm
this
just wondering
fall.
what we can get away with. If we can get 10 frames in that are more reasonable frames, It might just clean up this funky stuff if it's on the outsides.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking bring this over, put 2 frames between it. And if we get a little squished on the side, that'll clean it up, right? So in reality, this funky one, go all the way up to the side because it's full. And we want the outsides full for insulation. There's nothing else.
Well, I thought we wanted the empty frames on the outside, but
So look at that. Look at that bee bridge right there. They're holding on to each other.
oh, let's see if I can get that on the camera. I don't know how well it'll show up. She's hanging on for everything she's worth.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, this in. If it were possible, it'd be nice to get a normal frame in there because that's a normal frame and that's an empty frame.
Well, it looks like you've got room.
Well, possibly. It's just we're gonna have to squish these guys a little bit. I think it'll be tight otherwise, but if we can get enough separation, I don't know. Well, 1 more frame. That's all we're needing.
Okay, I'm gonna go fetch.
So. Squeeze there. Squeeze there. So, 10 frames, 2 empties here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Full, empty, empty. Resource. These are all resources, and then we only had a couple of
Well.
food, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because we moved them, so.
Okay, so.
So, shall we put the strips in before you start shaking bees down in there? Or after?
I guess we did need to know where our brood is.
Yes.
We only had a couple frames.
You know, there was one here,
Like an ant one.
and then it was one, so
There's ants on these pots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's either here, here, and here.
Well, we moved these 2 over. And
Okay.
I think so. I think these are brood now. So this, yeah.
And if she's only got 2 brood
I think
frames.
our brood's only is like right in here. So I would say like here and here.
Well, if we only have 2, okay. So, do you want to do it now before you start dumping bees in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get it over with.